Good morning. I'm kind of filling in for Crystal today. I'm going to teach you guys something. What? I have no idea. I was asked to teach just the basics of marketing, or what I'm doing to get marketing going for me and for my team. And for those of you guys that don't know, I work with a large investor who's doing a lot of stuff. We're probably closing, my total team is probably closing 25 a month. But we're not doing anything really special outside of the fact that my investor buys cash. But we're going to go back to the root of how I actually met this client, and that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about. So you guys, there's some items around the room here. There's some stamps. There are these little tiny cards. Hello, Miss Tammy. And there are colored and white envelopes. There's 200 total. Looks like there's about 20 people in here, roughly. So that means you guys each get 10 cards, envelopes, and stamps. And ultimately, the reason I have this relationship is because 3 years ago I met someone, and I followed up with a handwritten note, and I continued to follow up with them. And this person went to work for THR or Blackstone, and that's how we've closed 80 deals in the last 3 months or so. So today, what you guys are going to do is you're going to actually write handwritten notes to 10 of your friends, family, past clients, because those people are the ones who are going to get you repeat business. And why do I have a bunch of blank stares like, oh my gosh, are you serious? You know who actually taught me this? That gentleman right in the back right there. I went to a class. One of the things that first Steve told me was go and handwrite notes to past clients, business partners, whoever you work with. Krista said the same thing. Your belly-to-belly appointments, things like that. But you guys all come to classes and you listen to what's going on, but how many have actually applied this? It's already January, the end of January, the last day of the month. How many of you contacted your database to say Happy New Year, anything? Anybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, decent.
That was Christmas.
Decent amount. I'm actually kind of shocked because I haven't even done it yet this year. Is that terrible or what? So
I do it every month.
Do you really? What format do you use to get those out?
I use a blast email system that tracks the exactly how many are hitting, how many people are opening, and once they open it, how many people actually click on links and this sort of thing. And what I do is everyone who receives it and opens the email, they get a phone call and a postcard from me.
Very nice. What system do you use, if you can share?
I signed up with Yahoo Small Business, and they do my web hosting, they give me the blast email, and they also do my email, and I think I pay $15 a month.
Wow.
$15 a month for something to track all of those things, including what's being opened.
But it takes a lot of effort. It's not just, push play and let it go. I mean, you have to go and find the content to put in there. I have it feeding into Facebook. I mean, it's all integrated. But I took a social media marketing class through AOL's Patch website, and it was a 2-hour seminar. And they went in and said, look, if you want to have an online presence, here's 10 different listing websites you'd have to be on, and you got to make sure that all of your listing information is the same. So it doesn't matter where you go. And if you register on all 10, you get a higher ranking on the listings when people do a search in your area for real estate.
Very good.
And then once you do that, and then tie it all in with a blast email and a website and everything else, it raises your ranking. So it's not easy. It's taken me 6 months of pretty diligent work, but my phone's ringing. So
that's very good. All right, so there's one system. You guys have heard of iContact, Aweber. Tammy and I use something called Baynet, which they actually provide the content for you. They allow you to do email blasts. There's different things you can do. But like I said, the first thing that I was ever taught, and the thing that brought me to where I am today with the investment group that's buying everything, was a handwritten note. So today, instead of just listening to someone talk, you guys are going to actually put in the work today. So grab your cards, grab your envelopes, grab your stamps. Think of 10 people on your list and start writing. That's it for today, really. We're going to recap at the end. Nope, that's it. They're all over the place. Think about it. You guys are going to be writing a special note to somebody in your database. A friend, a family, a past client. I don't know what your relationship is with that person. I'm going to write a note to my aunt who sold her house with me, different than a client that's sold 4 or 5 homes with me that's an investor. The verbiage is going to be different. It's just saying hello. It is just a personal touch. That's all it is. You too. Sure. Hey, Glenn. Hey, Glenn. Gary.
Can't get away. He still wants to.
There should be more. No, there should. There's about 20. If there's more than 20 people, then I don't have any backups. So there's a few right there. I provided you guys everything. The stamps, the paper, and the envelopes. All you need to do is put your pen to paper. Yep, stamps are here. Yep, I brought 200 stamps and I spent $92. So I expect you guys to get to work. No empty stamps, no empty envelopes are going out here. I'm collecting your envelopes and I'm going to put them in the mailbox for you.
It's all about, once in a while.
You can still start writing to Cindy, to Matt, to Bob. Start writing.
I can't write this way.
I ended up with more than 20 people, so we might need to cut it back to like 7 or 8 per person. So if you guys have 10, there's a couple people that are short. Write the first name. Bob, Mary, Sue, Joe, whoever.
Okay, here's 3 prices. That's okay, because I don't got
Thank you, Miss Ann. How was your membership?
It was wonderful! That place was
Where'd you have to go?
Ruth Chris.
Oh, I love that place.
Everyone that we had contact with and knew exactly how many years we've been married.
Very good. Very good.
I have to.
Wait a second.
Let's go. Let's roll close.
You know what? We usually spend about $500 on our anniversary if we go out. Usually go out.
Too bad.
With her 2 days.
Very, very basic. And very simple. How are you doing?
I see why they sold it ticket. You know what I mean? If they were out to get a good price, but if it wasn't nowhere to live.
Hey, a couple people have asked me for some content. You guys are the experts in your field. Tell people what's going on in the market, because everything is going up, value-wise. Sacramento is 18% year-over-year increase. Placer County is 21%. Solano is 41%. Sutter and Neva are like 35%.
Oh, look here.
I don't know El Dorado. I'm sorry. I know that's your area.
That's okay, no, what was that,
Sacramento is 21%. Or no, 18%. Sacramento, sorry.
From when to
21% is Placer.
From when to when?
But that's
Year over year, right now. 12 months.
Oh, from the last
18% for Sacramento County.
Well, Dave really likes my idea.
So you guys are the experts. Tell people what's going on in your marketplace, or a very personal note. Just ask how they're doing. Ask how the kids are. Ask how their anniversary was, or their birthday, or their Christmas. Something. You come on. You know 10 people off the top of your head that you sold houses to in the last 12 months, 6 months. Your neighbors.
And you're
Somebody.
getting
my only stumbling block is spell.
Is he anti?
Well, you sent out your nice little class, so that's great too. Like I said, this is a little something different. And this was mostly directed at the people that unfortunately haven't done it. Isn't that terrible? Teaching a class on something I haven't.
You were my guy.
And you'll take them home with you. I just want to see that you wrote them, that they're sealed, and that stamps are on the envelopes with at least their first name on it.
Stamps are on the envelope. Yeah.
My database is 1,700 people.
It's the kindergarten teacher hearing
Lisa?
an argument 50 feet away.
I'm not going to do this only because I have a small note here.
Lisa's like my
Trying to
fifth
think in
person.
my head.
Yeah, no, Melissa is my one. She's my assistant. She
No, I
manages
got made
all
the
of our
prompts yesterday.
operations.
promise because
She
you know
manages
that I
like
did
25
that
acres.
negotiation over
And
the
then I have Matt that does all
phone.
my
I wasn't showing up until I was pleased with the deal. And Dave's like, man, he goes, you're the sweetest thing in the world until you start negotiating.
That's how I felt it with this trip.
It worked out great for me actually. I got 3 under the list price
Do you use it?
and an interest rate of 1.2. But the interest rate really is when you say I have a credit score of 802, they're really willing to work with you.
Yeah, totally.
So we left and later Dave like, I have 5% more. So I'm like, what? You're kidding. No, we're not.
So, do you store your addresses on
What did
that
you
website?
I'm gonna ask Tammy.
So, could you go to that website and download your address?
I'll just address it.
I think my neighbor, sister, Dave has to go over and visit plumbing. We keep missing her. I just gonna talk to her though about how serious she is about thinking about staying in. She's
It's a short sale. I will help you every step of the way. Don't turn your head.
oh no, I
I've never
absolutely.
done it.
No, I'm willing. I haven't done anything. So I'm willing to advise.
Yeah.
And then tell me, call me.
You know, one thing I did,
From my place of being invested.
I have to have
Actually, I'm gonna realize I'm not afraid. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I've been on the other end. Oh, it's just turning into
Because I got one REO, you don't really write for a note to your other managers. REOs, you don't have time to write anything. So now I have to
that's what
file my business, so I have he goes out and looks at properties.
She's very good.
But listen,
I go to a lot of these
I got Matt.
social networking seminars
Now I just hired
because,
someone that
you know,
is.
the social networking game changes.
Jason's
Like right
It's
now,
nice to see you though.
Facebook's a bad way out.
She does it for
You're not up on Foursquare or Pinterest,
Sit down.
Kirsten.
any of these sites.
Is there any leftovers? Everybody all picking up?
But I think it's helpful.
Yeah, she enjoys LinkedIn, Twitter, she just does,
Yeah, just go
calls
to
it the whole enchilada. That's the, to promote your business or personal. To promote your business, she actually creates a business page for you, so you don't have to pay for a website.
social media magazines.
I know. Several people call me and say,
Yeah.
"Where's your flyer?"
In fact, if you have an open house, you can register it, and all of a sudden it goes viral.
I am a really, I'm a
Dropped
bad
12,000
crafty person.
flyer.
We go, we eat, we drink half a bottle. We're the same way. Never stay for the
Barely or?
stay for the crew.
Did you really?
I got a full price VA offer. We were saying the VA is like the purchase of my house.
Very good. Good.
And you know what I did? I used the strategy. You know how when people take it off the market and put it back on the market? I put it on tires, so they kind of assume that I had it in.
I'm sitting in a house and
Very nice. Very, very nice.
So
Good for you. Good for you.
and
18%
a lot of times when I'm not showing property, I'll have the client with me and they'll say, what about that property? Can we go see it? Well, you can't just go into it. You gotta figure out what to show you. So boom, I can look it up.
I have a question here. Someone asked me, do you guys think it's a good time to sell?
Oh, yes.
Personally. No, it doesn't matter if you're personally or not. I tell everybody this, the market for sellers is now. You could probably get as much as maybe 10% over what the market value is for certain properties because there is such a high demand.
Yep, I just did that.
Even the higher price.
Yeah, somebody called me from Lincoln that had their house listed last year for $309. I told them to put it out at $349 this year.
Wow.
So we're gonna list it in at the end of March.
I have one that comped at about 3 and it's gonna close at 342. 1031 exchange money, the guy that you have closed up.
Yes, I think it's the perfect time to sell. That's what you should be telling everybody you know.
My little North Highlands house,
They know this would drop our property value.
A 2-bedroom, 1 bath in North Highlands just appraised for $115.
it had to do with air conditioner.
But still, a 2-bedroom, 1 bath in North Highlands.
Square footage.
Yes, Miss Lee.
Wow. What did you say the increase in Placer County was? 2021?
21%.
Thank you.
Here, I got one done.
Good job. Do you have address? No, hold on to it. As long as your stamps and everything on it. Look at it, it's perfectly on time.
Said it started at 10:30. I'd have been early. My sentence.
Lead by example.
Can you on your smartphone, look at categories, people contacts and categories?
I don't know if you can.
I do friends,
Yeah, so there's favorites and stuff for most people.
But their sisters are, they want you to
I have mine set up.
the favorites are camera,
I just figured this out the other day.
that's all I call it.
And,
Oh, yeah, that's how I have our rentals set up. If you correspond to the email
yep, and then I just move it.
at
And it's great.
6:39 a.m.
So I don't have to tell my clients anymore. I'm sorry, I don't have my laptop in front of me. Just have it all right there.
Are you out, Gary? Are you out of cards and stuff?
I have a special stack.
And then
You got a few extra?
I need 5 if anybody has any.
Yep. How many do you have?
I need 5 cards.
I'll see if I can dig up for you.
Everybody's happy. Everybody's paying on time. Nobody's writing.
I think I'm asleep.
Oh, that's
About offering sometimes incentives.
You're 41%. Crazy.
Maybe coming in against the garbage.
with the structure of inventory. It's going to be like a smoke and mirror. It's going to go up in value and not really be. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes,
5 years ago.
Yes, it is a very good possibility. But here's the part we need to understand is, when is the inventory going to come?
Yeah, that's the question.
So, I mean, if you really look at it, there used to be 2 to 3 vacant homes per 50 or per small pocket, right? I don't see those vacant homes anymore. Rarely do I see an absolutely vacant home sitting just abandoned.
It has reduced. You're right.
So
Now that I think about it, yeah.
the true shadow inventory right now is the people that have made a payment in 2 years that are not in default, that are doing loan mods and doing what have you. That's the part that we won't see. With people saying, oh, there's hundreds of homes sitting vacant, I'm thinking, hundreds of homes in maybe all of Sacramento, but they were saying 10 out of 100 were vacant. I'm thinking, there's no way. Like in my little neighborhood, I have 40 homes. I don't think I have one vacant. Where I've had 3 or 4 foreclosed and a couple of short sales in my little pocket in the last 4 years. Yeah, and I live in a little funky pocket, 40 homes. And we've done 2 short sales, maybe 3, and 3 foreclosures in the last 3 years. But there's nothing sitting vacant. I mean, I run my neighborhood. There's no one in default.
I don't think there's any vacant in my neighborhood now that I think about it.
So that's what I'm saying is the inventory is not what people think it
It's not what
is.
it used to be.
Correct. Yes.
There's one point I just want to make. I mean, yes, it is right for the sellers to sell. However, we have a friend. I was not representing her. Shame on them. But anyways, they sold, and now they're living in a campground, waiting to find something to buy. And that's the problem because we have the decrease in rentals in our area, West Sacramento.
Gotcha.
And inventory is so ridiculously low, but I will agree with you. I went on a listing appointment last night where current market value of a property that I would list that day would be $275. He wants $299. You know what? I'm going to do it. And he's like, yeah, I want to go fishing. I go, okay, fine, we'll go fishing, but you're going to pay me 6%, and I'm going to put my sign on in the front yard, and I'll get sign calls up the gang, and I'll be fine with that. And get out there. So yeah, it's totally changed. Another thing, this is Heather, and she may be joining Connectability. That's all up to you and I. And she's going to be licensed probably by the end of February.
Very good.
She's been shadowing me for a week. I've taken her on a 3 listing appointments. So she's kind of seeing how it works.
So you're getting out and getting some listing appointments?
Oh yeah, I've got 4.
Well, I know you always have listings.
I know, but the thing is that, short sales there's still some out there, and as you know, I've closed them all, so she's really getting the hang of short sales, so she may have her own short sales.
Very cool.
So maybe you can spend some time to talk to her.
Sure, absolutely. Can I answer any questions you have?
It's definitely not at all what's in the books.
Oh, no.
You know, the books to me at this point are kind of like,
Yeah.
Well, I think
It's just so you can take the test and pass it.
right. And I'm doing practice exam prep, CD. I'm honestly freaking out about the whole situation, hoping that.
It's not difficult, and I actually have a CD that has 1,400 questions, and I will give that to you, and it's just extra questions. I'll even show you with a blank sheet of paper how to take the test, and it's very, very simplistic. It'll make your mind easy. I passed mine my first time.
And that's what I'm
with
afraid of.
Mine was 10 years ago, but
I keep hearing these people say, oh no, be prepared to take it twice. And I'm like, no, I'm not a take it twice kind of person.
no. If you prepare correctly, you'll be fine. I studied for probably 6 to 8 hours a day for a week prior to. Just didn't do anything else. Pass with flying colors. When I took my broker's test in 05, I didn't pass the first time because I had a 9-month-old at home and a 3-year-old at home, and I didn't spend any time studying. 3 months later, I studied the same thing, 6 to 8 hours a day, 5 days, passed.
Really? Because I'm very nervous about it, but I think I'm nervous because everyone is telling me how hard it is.
Don't listen to anybody else.
Okay.
that's
Think about
true.
it. In anything you do, you can listen to what other people say, but you know you better than anybody else.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do just like that a little bit a day, and going back and taking the same ones, and I do improve, or I do, and my goal for myself in each little section is 85%. If I can get 85% where I'm supposed I would assume that I would be okay going into it. I just think I don't know, looking at the Department of Real Estate guidelines and things, it's a little bit scary, and then reading the books, it's like,
Yeah, and you know what? Most of the stuff in
know
there,
about Eastern, versus
you don't need to know really what a stopple is. You're not going to need to know, a lot of those things.
How to take title before. What do you tell your sellers?
nothing
What do you tell them to do?
to solve a lawyer. Which nobody ever told us.
See, and I would disagree with that. I don't tell them I'm talking to an attorney. I don't. I say your escrow and title person will be able to help you out, give you all the ideas. But here's what I do tell people. I say this is how I hold title, and this is out of all the deals I do. 80% of the people I know do one of these 2 or 3 things. That gives them some direction, but it doesn't tell them what to do.
You can give them the terms. That's what I do, is I show them all the ways to take title, and then if they start to kind of conflict with that, then that's when I say.
But I have to say, as a buyer, because I've been doing it, I've been investing myself. I have a very wonderful husband who said, here's 40 grand, what do you want to do with it? Because I was always complaining, I don't like the stock market, I don't like your 401k.
Yeah, I'm not a big stock market guy.
And working at a private Catholic school, fantastic, and he was like, here you go, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to invest in real estate. And he's like, okay. So I really taught me, self-taught myself what I did. And it was logical thinking. She wanted to get into this. To me, it was logical thinking, and I read. So we have 3 rentals right now, and I take care of them myself, and I do everything myself. And in those 3 transactions, nobody ever asked us how we wanted to take title. I have no idea.
Did you deal with a real estate agent, or were you doing like for somebody else?
Oh, no, real estate agent.
I never asked you how you wanted to. Husband and wife joint tenants in a trust, in a nothing.
And our home that we live in, we have 3 rentals, and then a home we live in. They didn't ask us that either. We just refinanced 2
That's
months
right.
ago.
Title didn't you mention that too?
2 months ago, September 5th, we refinanced, and nobody's ever asked me that. Ever. Because after I learned it in the class, and I read it, learned about it that way, and then I took this
Most common is
class.
husband and wife is joint tenants. Second would be in some form of a trust.
But I had no idea that things like that could stop you from being able to will it to your children and work with them. And no one ever.
Probate and different things like that.
I don't even know. I was thinking you could probably.
Well, you can just Kelly can look it up online and tell you.
Okay, because I'm like.
Like I said, that's the most common, and it's probably almost the default for most escrow title companies, unless you say specifically trust, IRA, something else. It's almost always the default.
The only thing anyone has ever asked was when I got an investment banker to deal with, my first transaction was cash. And then I started rolling one into the other, into the other.
131 exchange or however you did it.
And the only
Anybody
question
need
that was
anything for
asked
sale
was,
signs? They're just basic.
are you incorporated?
$25.
Me personally or you personally?
No, the banker asked if I was incorporated. He's like, do you run your hotels as a corporation? And I'm like, no, just a sole proprietor. I just do the taxes.
And your tax person hasn't even asked you?
I do.
Like I run everything through an LLC.
See, I do.
Like I don't even get paid real estate to me.
Here, I'm out of here.
Coming in.
Yeah.
10
I'll do a
minutes.
social network.
Sounds good, brother.
Gary,
Yes.
should we put our cards into, that'd be a good idea, or is it more of a social?
Yes, you could, absolutely. Not necessarily, depends. If it's just a quick hello, just wanted to check in with you and say hi, or is it, do you know it's a good time to sell? I'm the expert in the area. Depends on what it is.
I see.
Sorry about that.
No, no.
Like, even for all my real
You're
estate
busy
commissions,
with.
nothing gets paid to Gary. Everything goes into my LLC. Everything.
See, and I have actually been considering doing an LLC because I'm looking at it from the perspective of we have children, you know.
I have 2 kids. I have an 8 and a 10-year-old. There's no way anybody's getting anything except for them.
Right, and my husband has been pushing me lately to be riskier. Because I've been looking at some properties, I've been like, no, it's not a great time because I'm starting a new career. And he's pushing me, he's 4 years older than me. He's like, baby, I'm still 31. Yeah. Be riskier. Be riskier, honey. You were 30. If you fail in 10 years, it's alright, we're still going to be 40.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know.
He's trying to get me to be
I would agree with his format, even though I'm close to 40.
But it's a matter of, you know, we've had a 401k and a Roth IRA since we were 20. So for him, he's like, you know, you can be a little risky.
You know you can roll your Roth IRA into a SEP IRA and purchase real estate with it?
I knew that about the 401k. I didn't.
Roth IRA, everything, all the stuff rolls into,
I'm trying to decide how to roll my pension because I got like
Entrust is in Elk Grove, Polycomp is in Roseville, and there's one in San Francisco. I've dealt with all 3 of them. Polycomp is my favorite, just because it's the closest to me, because I'm in the Hamlet side. But yeah, I would go talk to those folks. I'm actually working out a program with them right now to help people
because I'm
understand it.
trying to decide whether it's a property that we're looking at, that I'm looking at. My husband said he's really great. He's like, you handle everything to the
Trust in you.
because he knows I'm very passionate about it. I want a good deal. I want good tenants. I want everybody happy. And my rule of thumb is I want to limit it. I want to ask anybody else to limit it either. So I pick a project for each property every year, and I did absolutely maintenance. You know, so they're pretty maintenance free because I really want it. You know, like I wouldn't. You know, I've looked at a few places that look great on paper, and then you walk inside, and paper and picture do not describe
Yeah, no, they don't.
you know, so that's kind of my rule of thumb. And I've been looking right now, but again, I'm hesitant because starting something new is not. You know, I really pride myself on taking care of something new without having to go to him and say, you know, by the way, I couldn't pay for this repair, so it was nice enough for him to be supportive to begin with.
And then a card.
Is that all you need?
I have all my personal ones at home, but these are sending pink out for a reason. So.
Totally fine. Hey, whatever works for you. I just want people out to do it. That's all. People will tell me, I went to this class, I learned all this great stuff, and then you go, what'd you do with that great stuff you learned? Nothing. I went home, sat in front of my computer, and waited for the phone to ring. Yep.
It's actually kind of funny because my mom told me the other day. I'm looking at this house and I said, I want to offer 5 less or just talk to this. I know they want to get rid of it. Someone said, oh no.
You want me to share? after these go out?
I don't know Eldorado.
Hey, you guys, I'm gonna add a little bit to this.
It's probably in the 18 to 21% range. It's way more rural.
See if I get everybody's attention. No. The way to get the very best absorption when you do a gift, your cards, your greeting cards out there is one, they're unexpected, so they're received very nicely. You've written more than 3 or 4 lines, so the person feels like you care about them. But to actually take this and generate into business, the magic move is within 5 days of it arriving, give them a call and ask them if they got it. And then just simply talk a little, but then you must end your phone call with one very simple phrase. It says, hey Bill, I'm working really hard right now in real estate. I know you know that the market's crazy and I'm doing everything I can. However you want to word this, tell them you're working hard, doing real estate, and you know anybody that needs any help out there that's a neighbor or a friend that I can help. And you make it a little bit of a heartfelt, you work it out in your head however it flows for you, but you got to ask that question. And if you're sending out 3 cards a day, let's say you made that your business. Every day you'd have 3 phone calls 5 days from now that you could pick up, connect with people that know and care about you, and you point blank say, hey, anybody out there that's right close to you in your feelers that needs help, you're going to get someone that says yes. If you don't, they're just going to be grateful you sent a card and you're wasting your stamp.
My stamp.
You're her stamp.
Gary's stamp. If this is being taped, Gary's stamp expense account.
Steve, that is exactly what Evelyn Morgan does.
Yeah.
3 cards a day.
Yeah, it's you'll be overwhelmed how well it actually responds.
Yeah, 3 cards a day. I remember seeing her doing it. Coco Bank, 3 cards a day. Always.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, I've got hundreds. And I get you another thing about
They put the attachment
Like a one card thing.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
My BlackBerry, the attachment is right there.
Yes, because I sent the same video. She kept telling me she texted me back, she's like,
Well,
Well, 3 of them. Oh, no.
no, I never did have.
Yeah. So it worked out really well. Of course, whenever mom starts to leave, the kids are a little older.
I don't know if it's more out.
But it's not with me. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But then you did that. I did that.
Hey, Mark, do you have that back? Is this office?
No, I think he's been working on it.
Oh, has he? He's my TC and
Yeah, because they
never
have,
met face
I
to face.
closed the door.
Well, I knew Rihanna was my Rihanna was my TC, but
It's taken 3 hours.
Still?
then that's just
He said he's in a ground.
But what time does he go to bed at night?
He just comes around every once in a while.
I've got the card on my desk.
His parents go to bed like 7, 7:30, and then they sleep till 7, 7:30. So they don't even take naps anymore. They go 12 hours at night, and that's it. People get tired. So why? It's long.
Just because I sold my friend's house.
Monday or Tuesday.
But she was
All right, over the weekend, I'm going to get a calendar and I'll send you an email or text you or call. Here's what so the second and third are
I'm gonna go.
I think it probably is actually. Those look like little rib figures.
I got it right here.
Sort of. Anyone can use it. It's just an office.
Choose one of Frank's offers within 3 days. No. But there's a lot for selling today.
There's actually not a lot.
There's not anymore?
We buy everything. We're right at 5 offers a week.
Yeah.
It's like 64, it's like right by the first kind of.
It's actually sometimes it has features. Right on.
One of the questions was, we put a business card in there. That's totally up to you guys. If it's a very personal note, I might not put a business card, but if it's a past client, someone like that, I may put a business card. It's your decision. You guys have to make that choice.
Yeah, I thought I was going to, but then I decided, no, because those are the folks who called. Folks that I sent the email to already, personal, and I've already called them all this year, wished all my years, and I had 2 years, see how they're doing, and that type of thing. And I just closed it right in December, and I actually went by after the 1st of January, brought them their housewarming gift, and met with them personally, and then all of them gave them a call. And the other one was an ex-brother-in-law that referred to contact me, so I've already contacted him. So. And then the other one was, the other deals I closed, I said they're all with an investor that I want to work with. So.
Is that Cal for?
Yep. Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I do.
The spray in the water is so cold. Oh, he knows exactly what I'm talking about. I will work for you.
I didn't.
Can't really spend a lot of time working with that guy, and I don't think it really, for the amount of effort she put in, what she put in. You want one more? I only have her.
I wrote down the X, the last one staying instead of the new one staying.
Between, and 3 months, I wrote over 200. And out of those 200, 4 were crazy.
And an email.
Okay, so when was the North Carolina?
200 contracts.
I have one.
Yeah. And we drove 200 contracts
Yeah.
up to 80.
Because I managed
So, big difference. I remember. Good talking to you about it.
Let me tell you,
Contracts. And then,
I can manage
a lot of
15
them were
points
initially
for
accepted,
something.
but
Like, nobody's
only 4 of them actually that I wrote.
even when giving my speech, I'm not going to any until tomorrow. I think I still like
I got a lot of experience writing contracts now. I'm pretty good at writing contracts.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna fix it.
And I'll,
It's my cheaper than
Oh, that's right.
racket. Gotcha.
This will be a nice break. This is 30.
Alright, folks. We guys have been about 30 minutes writing. Hopefully everybody's done. I have a couple things I just want to chat with you guys about. So, first of all, you guys have this meeting that goes on Thursdays that has training. We started up our roundtable meetings again. They are on the 2nd and 4th Wednesday.
So how come you had it yesterday?
Because I didn't realize it was the 5th Wednesday. It was the first one, so cut me a little slack. So they're going to be the 2nd and 4th Wednesday. They are being held in Roseville, and they are currently being held at Alpine Mortgage, which is where Stacy Medeiros works now. We're probably going to outgrow that room very shortly, so we'll need something bigger, so we'll go to Maidu or something along those lines. But I wanted to have something that's a little bit more north because some people did ask for that. We're keeping them to an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. There's not going to be any connect discussions like we've had Cersei do his 5 or 10 minutes. So it's going to be 5 minutes of what the rates are doing. And then we were going to have just open discussion. I know Becky was there yesterday, Eric was there yesterday. And then we'll have our, someone come in and talk about some kind of service. But we're going to try and keep them very compact because it's great for you guys to be involved in training classes as this one and to get in and talk to people and find out what other people do in the industry. But ultimately, you're not doing business if you're sitting in a classroom or sitting in a room like that. you are going to be doing business if you're writing cards, knocking on doors, and out into the place where they sell houses. So that's all I have for you guys today. Does anybody have any questions?
What time Wednesday, Jerry?
It's at 10 a.m. And I believe I have just about everyone on my database, but I wanted to kind of get it started first and see how it's going to look. I'll have Mark put it in the calendar so that it comes out to everybody through back agent, so that way I'm not missing it.
Mark, I'm proud of you. I got the calendar on my daily emails.
Yes.
Very good. Any other questions? Did everybody do at least one card? Full written, stamp, ready to go, at least one.
Clicked and sealed.
Nice. We got 9. 3, 6.
Yeah.
Very good.
The other 4.
And that's when I started out.
Alright, so the last thing before I let you guys go, we are going to do some more intense training along these lines, where you're going to come into, where there's going to be an option for you guys to come into a classroom. We're going to talk specifically about a marketing tool, and then you're going to go out and specifically work in that thing, whatever it is, door knocking, whatever. So I'm going to set up some classes that will be more along the lines of what we did today, instead of just coming to listen to me talk.
So
I don't even want to listen to me
the
talk.
roundtable next one is on the 13th, right?
The second Wednesday, whatever day that is.
Oh,
What is it, Peppers? Is that the 13th? The day before Valentine's Day.
What?
What? So like I said, it'll be in the
Before
calendar.
Valentine's for all the guys here. We all meet here, so we talk about how to stay out of trouble.
Yes, Miss Lee?
what was the name of that system that he was using for 1,500?
$15.
$50 Yahoo Business.
I mean, 50. I'm thinking of
You
big
can
numbers today.
give me the $1,500. I'll get you that same platform.
Yahoo
Gotcha.
Business.
I'll take care of you.
Alex's number's 408-8888 if you need it.
Okay, thanks.
He's got that wired.
Did we ever follow up there?
All right, folks, have a wonderful day. Thank you all for coming and hanging out.
Thanks,
All right.
Gary.
Got it, actually.